So, everyone, as we observed in our earlier segment, how individuals frequently troubled and bullied him significantly because he lacked any magical abilities. However, Asta never gives up and consistently works extremely hard, training diligently to realize his dream of becoming a wizard. Eventually, one day, his relentless hard work pays off. He receives his 5-leaf grimoire, which is a mystical book containing a demon inside, and Asta also acquires a magical power, which is, to nullify someone's magic means if I don't have magic, then you won't have magic either. Then Asta and his brother Yuno both come to take the Magic Knight entrance exam, and both of them pass the exam. Yuno joins the best Magic Knight squad called Golden Dawn, while Asta joins the worst Black Bulls. Why it's considered the worst will become clear to you later. So today is Asta's second day at Black Bulls, and first thing in the morning he cleans the entire base. After that he washes everyone's clothes like a servant among the girls. Then he feeds Yami's pets, who still won't eat. Asta wants some food and he has to do all these chores because he just joined the Black Bulls and is the youngest. Everyone makes him do their work. After that, we see Asta and everyone sitting in the canteen having breakfast. Asta says to Noelle, "Noelle, why don't you help me? You're a first year too." "Be quiet, why should I do all this? Don't forget, I'm from a royal family. My name is Noelle Silva." "Yes, I know your name is Noelle Silva. You've told me 50 times already. At least help me a little." "Well, Magma, you know I've officially become a Magic Knight now, but do you even understand what Magic Knights actually do? You wanted to become a Magic Knight without even knowing what they do. Allow me to explain to you, my dear Asta. The role of Magic Knights is to protect our kingdom and uphold law and order, and indeed we also have to combat bad people and defeat them. That's precisely why I joined the Magic Knights. So, tell me, Asta, will you engage in a duel with me using your sword?" And then Charmy starts weeping loudly because it's her mealtime. And Gloach tells Asta again, "Hey Asta, this is my sister Mary and stay away from her, okay? Otherwise I'll kill you." To which Noelle thinks, what kind of crazies have I ended up with? Just then, Yami arrives and says to Magna, "Come on Magna, it's time for our mission." And Magna starts leaving with Yami. Asta asks, "What mission are you going on? Can I come with you?" "No, Asta, this mission is extremely dangerous and we can't take kids with us." Until now, it seemed like these two might actually be going on a very dangerous and important mission. But in reality, they ventured to the gambling den. Their aim was to acquire some money, yet both of them ended up sitting there without any garments because they lost even those. "Let's go for another round, Jiraiya." "Alright, but what will you wager this time?" Captain Yami responds, "Not my undergarments, I can't part with those. They hold great significance to me. This time, I'll wager my grimoire." "Oh no, Captain Yami, what are you doing? Your undergarments aren't as crucial." "Silence, Magma, I can't surrender. A true warrior never concedes. Keep that in mind and observe, this time I will surely triumph." "No, I absolutely cannot keep your grim war. Alright, if you happen to lose this time, you'll be obligated to complete a task for me and your shorts will become mine. However, if you manage to win, I'll return all your possessions back to you." "Very well, I accept your terms. You've made a significant mistake, Jiraiya." "Captain Yami, did you hear that? Shuffle the cards and this time victory will not be yours, Captain." Ultimately, both of them end up losing their shorts. After that, Magma gives Asta and Noel their first mission, which was given to Yami by this old man. "Listen carefully, Asta and Noel, this is your first mission and it is very dangerous. You both have to go to Saucy Village and capture some pigs that are troubling the villagers." "What kind of mission is this?" "It doesn't suit someone royal like me, let Asta do it." "Why should both of us go if only one of us loses?" Then Yami stands up and says, "Either you both go or you both die. Decide." "Alright, we will go," they say. After that, Magma, Asta and Noel get ready. "Certainly both of you proceed to the 100 CV village and ensure to bring along your flying brooms. I shall bring mine as well, but unfortunately I am unable to lift off with the broom, neither can I. If neither of you can fly using your brooms, how did you manage to pass the exam? Well, in that case there is no alternative, so you both will accompany me." He reveals his magical broom, which is truly magnificent and consistently enjoyable. "Isn't Magma's broom impressive? Incidentally, my broom is named Crazy Cyclone. Do you have any inquiries?" He begins escorting both of them with him, soaring towards the 100C village, and for the very first time he starts dancing exuberantly with joy. "Someone, hold on tightly or you might fall." "Alright," Sin secures Asta and Noel. "Fool, grasp the broom, not me," and she lets him go, but Magma rescues Asta. Over here, we observe some magicians have arrived in 100C village, and the very same boars they came to vanquish appear before them. These boars launch an attack on them, but a solitary magician effortlessly handles them all, and he possesses ice magic, so this is the location where the magical stone resides. Proceed to locate it, and subsequently this individual casts an unusual magic across the entire village. A short while later, Asta and the others also arrive at the forest adjacent to the 100 village where a boar has encircled them. Noelle attempts to rescue Asta by attacking the boar, but we are aware of how poor her aim tends to be. She inadvertently strikes something else, leaving Asta with no alternative, so he unsheathes his sword and vanquishes the boar in a single blow. However, then right before him, 3 additional boars appear, yet no boar can overcome our Asta, and he alone manages to defeat them all, escorting them to 100 village alongside Magma. Noelle inquires of Magma, "So the mayor of this village bested you and Captain Yami?" "Indeed, that individual's name is Jiraiya, and he is genuinely quite formidable. In both gambling and combat, in fact, when I initially acquired my grimoire, I launched an attack on this village with the intention of becoming its ruler. However, the thrashing I received I still vividly recall to this very day." They may be old, but they are very strong, and they were the one who trained me to become a magic knight. And they truly have a very good heart. Just then, Magma, Asta, and Noelle arrived near Saucy Village, which Ice had surrounded with his magic. "The weather seems a bit strange today." "Magma, you simpleton, that's not the weather, it's magic." "Asta, do something quickly! What can I do in this situation? You're so clueless. Use your sword to remove that magic." "Oh, right, okay." And Asta uses his sword to dispel Ice's mist magic. The trio observes that the inhabitants of the entire village have been captured by Ice and his associates. Ice was on the verge of annihilating them all with his magic, but then I intervene and save everyone with my own magic. The villagers are overjoyed to see Magma, and as Magma approaches them, he notices that Jiraiya had been defeated, having protected the villages until his very last breath. "How did you all manage to get inside?" "Well, that's actually quite good. I was getting rather bored here anyway." Subsequently, Ice unleashes an exceptionally large and powerful magical attack on Magma, which Magma is unable to evade. But then Asta cuts through Ice's attack with his anti-magic sword. Ice is shocked and wonders what kind of magic power this is as he's seeing it for the first time. Asta tells Ice, "You're done for," and charges towards him with his sword. The others also attack Asta, but their attacks can't even touch him because of his sword. Ice says to Asta, "Well done, kid. I didn't know there was someone with such unique magical power in a squad as useless as the Black Bulls. Why do you want to save all these animals? What did you just say?"
All these individuals seated here, who lack sufficient magical power to defend themselves and who plead with others to rescue them, are merely data. Become a member of our team, and in exchange, I'll make you so wealthy that it's beyond your wildest dreams, allowing you to live your whole life in opulence. Why do you wish to squander your life for these creatures?" Hearing this triggers Asta's memories of his early years, when he inquired of Sister Lily. "Sister Lily, why do we reside in such a small village? Why don't we reside in a city?"
"Or where the Wizard King lives?" "Look, Asta, only those who have very strong magical power or are very strong themselves can live there," said Sister Lily. "When I become a Wizard King, we will all live together in the Wizard King's palace, okay? I'll be waiting." And then Asta tells Ice, "The people you are calling animals are not animals, but you are, because you lack humanity, which is the greatest trait of a human. These people work hard to earn their living and live happily, and they don't do anything wrong. They are all truly human. In the truest sense, he embodies humanity and launches another attack on Ice. You're just as foolish as the others. Now meet your end." And once more, he envelops the entire village with his mist magic. Utilizing his magic, he encases Asta and all the villagers with his ice blades and commences his assault on them. Asta is single-handedly fending off all his attacks, safeguarding Magma, Noelle, and all the villagers. However, he is extremely exhausted. "How long can you continue fighting, child? I can persist in attacking you for days. Eventually you will succumb to fatigue."
Or you will miss, and that will be the final moment of your existence. One single mistake and you are finished. And I do not believe your companion will endure much longer and be able to rescue these beings and himself. Asta begins contemplating what action to take now. If he continues to protect himself, then Magma, Noelle, and all the villagers will be slain, and just then Ajtak gets struck by an attack from Ice. Noelle also attempts to attack him, but her aim does not connect. Ice says to Noelle, "You are from a royal lineage, I will eliminate you first," which frightens Noelle, and she
believes that we are unable to triumph over them and begins to flee. However, a young girl clutches Noelle and pleads, "Please don't abandon us, assist us." Upon hearing this, Noelle's eyes widen significantly because it is the very first instance someone has requested her assistance in her entire life. Noelle assures the girl, "Don't worry, I will not allow anything to happen to you. My name is Noelle from the distinguished Silver family." Subsequently, a novel magical attack manifests in Noelle's grimoire, and she utilizes her newfound magical power to envelop all the villages. She envelops them with a protective water magic shield. Magma commends Noelle for her abilities, and Ice becomes aware that Noelle possesses a significant amount of magical power. At that precise moment, Asta, who had been patiently waiting for the opportune moment like a lion stalking its prey, perceives his opportunity and surreptitiously launches an attack on Ice. Ice becomes alarmed upon seeing Asta and realizes he cannot evade this assault. Asta drives his sword into Ice's chest, yet the blade does not reach Ice's heart. Meanwhile, Ice employs his magic to pierce Asta's stomach, causing Asta to collapse. Ice approaches him and states, "Endure the agony for a brief period, young one. Subsequently, you will bring about your own end." Then, Ice begins to dismantle Noelle's protective shield using his magical abilities. Magma becomes frightened and comes to the realization that he cannot overcome Ice, and he determines that perhaps the moment has arrived to settle the score for everything that Sir Jiraiya has done on his behalf. He resolves that he will engage in battle with Ice until his very last breath, until Ice is ultimately vanquished. Ice is on the verge of shattering Noelle's shield, but at that precise moment, Asta launches another attack on him from behind. However, Ice effortlessly... So, once again, you get injured and fall back? You still haven't given up, kid? And Asta keeps attacking Ice repeatedly but keeps getting injured and falling back only to stand up again. Magma looks at Asta and realizes that he cannot die yet until he saves all the villages. Ice asks, "Why are you trying to save these creatures so desperately? Kid, what will you gain from this?" To which Asta responds, "By saving all of them, I will earn their blessings, which will help me become the Wizard King one day." You can never ascend to the status of a visiting king in your entire life because your demise is inscribed by my hands on this very day. Hey, I assure you of two things. First, Asta and I shall defeat you today, and second, Asta will undoubtedly rise to become a king one day. King and Magma muster the last of their remaining strength to unleash a fiery assault on the trio, which they effortlessly evade. Magma collapses right there, and Ice wields his ice blade against Magma, rendering it impossible for Magma to survive. Magma says, "Alright Asta, my time has come. The pivotal moment has finally arrived. Exhibit to them the full extent of your extraordinary capabilities," and then Asta adeptly deflects each and every one of Magma's formidable attacks right back towards the trio. Could it truly be possible for this young boy to even redirect such powerful attacks using merely a sword? Astonishingly, all those redirected attacks strike the three of them, and Ice begins to burn completely. Ice attempts to utilize his ice magic to extinguish Magma, but at that exact moment, Asta reaches him with his sword. "No."
I won't lose to a kid.
Asta declares, "Hold on. Now I'll demonstrate to you what a true beast is." And he launches a powerful attack on Ice with all his strength and unwavering determination, putting Ice to rest at that very moment. Meanwhile, Noelle uses her protective shield magic to save Magma. Don't forget this favor of mine, Magma," she remarks. Magma rises and shouts loudly, celebrating the fact that he has saved the entire village. And then he collapses right there. Magma approaches to see what has occurred to him and discovers Asta peacefully asleep right there. Asta starts liking it a bit more. You understand, right? And then the bird that stays with Asta flies into a house and picks up the magic stone that these three had come to collect. After this, we see that these three regain consciousness, and Magma asks them to quickly reveal their entire plan and why they came here. To which Ice says, "I'm sorry, sir, I couldn't complete my mission." And then Ice and the others use their magic to end themselves. Asta is frightened, wondering who these people were for whom their leader's order was more important than their own lives. Was their leader's command really more important than their own lives? After this, Asta, Magna, and Noelle are at Jiraiya's tombstone, where Jiraiya's grandson is crying hard. Magna says, "Hey young one, don't cry. Your grandpa had a noble and honorable end. He died heroically, saving many people alone. He's surely in heaven now. I know my grandpa's in heaven, but who will protect us now? Your grandpa left that duty to you, young one, but I'm not as strong as my grandpa. So work hard to become strong. Now you must safeguard your entire village," upon which the young boy stands up and inquires, "Can I grow strong like all of you and eventually become a magic knight?" To which Asta comes over and responds, "Yes, absolutely. If you put in a lot of effort for your dream and genuinely desire it with all your heart, you can become anything you wish." Hearing this, the boy becomes enthusiastic. But then Asta's bird brings the magical stone and begins pecking at Asta's head as if to say, "It's time to return home now."
Asta's bird looks very cute, and she says to it, "Come sit on my head too." But it always stays on Asta's head, and it has the same magic stone in its mouth that the three of them came to get. After this, we see the boss of these three, who is a villain in our series. It's hard to believe this was killed and that magic stone is with the Black Bulls. "Sir, if you order me, I can destroy the entire Black Bulls and bring that magic stone right now." "No, you can't underestimate the Black Bulls, Yami. Don't worry, when the right time comes, I'll go and get that magic stone myself."
Subsequently, we shall resurrect our master, and the most astonishing revelation is that this individual is adorned in the attire of the Golden Dawn. This indicates that this person is indeed a member of the Golden Dawn, the very squad to which Yuno belongs. These three individuals make their way back to their base, where Yami is laughing boisterously. Well, it is fortunate that none none of you perished. Captain, I believe it might not be appropriate for you to be laughing. No, Asta, the captain is indeed correct. Jira always cherished witnessing people laugh. Let us all laugh heartily together in honor of Jira, sir, and this. The three of them start laughing loudly. But Yami sees tears behind Magma's glasses, and Yami also feels quite sad inside. Just then, Vanessa and Finral arrive. Hey Asta, why such a cute bird sitting on you? I don't know why it's after me. And then the bird starts pecking at Asta's head again. That's enough. Now I'll cook you and fry you. Don't even think about it. Asta and Noel end up fighting over the bird, and they start breaking things around them. How many times have I told you not to break things in the house? And Yami, in a moment of intense anger, shatters the wall right behind him. Then Yami announces to everyone gathered, "Oh yes, I completely neglected to mention, Asta, that the Wizard King himself has commended you for your remarkable actions." Asta is utterly astonished to hear that the Wizard King desires to meet him personally. And with that, part 3 of the cinema concludes.